Oh, another day, another She by Sheree story. Sky Squad, we are back in the building. And of course, we've got to talk more about the ever evolving saga that is She by Sheree. She just won't quit. She is going to give us details, but I always feels like she is talking in circles. Okay. Sky Squad, we are back in the building. We've got some more Real Housewives of Atlanta and Married to Medicine news to discuss. So I want you guys to settle down, get your coffee, grab your Starbucks, your tea, or whatever you're drinking on today. It's Friday, so hopefully you're sipping on a margarita. It better be Kathy Hilton's tequila, baby. Anyway, outside of that, listen, y'all. Happy Friday. Let's get into the tea. So, as you guys can read here, the headline reads Sheree Whitfield admits to using the same clothing vendor as Shein. Is it Shein or Shein? Cheyenne, Shane, Shine, Sheen, Shoe? I don't know. She says, I don't design everything. Girl, what do you design? Okay. That is the question. That is the question. So I'm going to read you guys a transcript of the interview that was done by Gibson Johns. Now you guys can follow Gibson Johns on his. I always thought it was John Gibson, but I guess it's Gibson Johns. I do. I'm not even going down that rabbit hole, but I thought that was his name, but I think it's Gibson Johns. Follow him. He interviews a lot of celebrity. He has his own show, I think, on Yahoo. So follow the man because he's doing big things. So he talks about people making the comparisons to this, this suit right here that of course I think it might be the Trina set, okay, on She by Sheree's website, and you can use the code She Not by Shein for 20% off for the Trina set if you so choose. Okay. Just to make sure, I want to make sure you guys aren't wasting your money. And again, shout out to our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk for capturing this bit of tea. So Sheree says in her somewhat, I don't know. Again, Sheree always talks in circles to me, so it's kind of a riddle to me. I'm gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna tell you my assessment after I talk about it. She says, you know what? I guess we're all, I've gotten a good production management, and they came up with the idea to maybe incorporate other pieces that, a few other pieces that with my custom pieces that will offer, different price points for different people. And, everybody won't like, I'm gonna, uh, everybody's talking crap right now, or why can't you work out what we're cropped up? Oh no, she says, I'm wearing a crop top right now. You guys got to excuse me. I used the Otter app to do the transcription, and sometimes they don't get all the words correct. She says, I'm wearing a crop top right now, and everybody can't wear a crop top. So incorporating other merch into the line, I'm not designing everything. I don't design hats. I don't design, things like that. So all I can say is apparently Shein or Shein or whatever, they shop at the same production, okay? And so he asked, is it like a licensed design or something like that? She says like a license. She says, yeah, and shame on that private label for selling anything that you can sell to, a big, house like Fashion Nova or something like that, or these other fashion places. She says, yeah, huge volumes. Yeah, right. But the difference is that you have your own logo on that, right? Exactly. So, yeah. But you know what? This isn't the first time that this has been done. I don't understand why people hold me to a different, degree than everybody else. And what she is talking about here is the fact that many people use private labeling for their products. I don't think anybody has a problem with that. I'm going to tell you what the problem is that we have, okay? For those of people who don't understand, and specifically for Sheree in general, okay? She says it's called she says any of these online boutiques and a lot of these stores go to a lot of designers. It's called private label. They're not necessarily designing every garment in their line itself, and are not designing any of them. Yeah. And so that's pretty much what she is saying. She did use the same vendor. And so that is why we see the products being similar. But here's my thing. I don't care that you're using private labeling. And I want people to be clear on that. That is not what I think most people's complaints are. Most people's complaints are threefold. One, that when it came down time to be able to pull out our credit cards and purchase, we could not. Two, the designs that we did see were of a wrinkled quality, even in the photographs themselves, and people did not enjoy the price point for which they were seeing wrinkled photos, right? So if you're going to charge luxury prices, people are going to expect luxury items, or at least the presentation needs to be as such. Three, the next thing, and this is probably the biggest thing that I think people were upset about, is that what we saw on the show and the fashion show on the show, the fashions on the website do not reflect what we see on the screen, on the television. Where are those pieces? Because those are the pieces that the audience was expecting to be able to purchase and buy. Those are the three things that people are upset about, and she is not hitting the nail on the head with any of them. I do not care that you are private labeling, because everyone does it. Not everybody, but most people do. I don't have a problem with that. But those are the three things that people need to be aware of, specifically Sheree, okay? And if I were to talk to her, those are the three things that I would want to get to the heart of, as to why those three things did not occur as they should have, period. Okay? All right. So that is that story. Again, shout out to our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk. Also, shout out to Gibson Johns for getting that interview. And now we got to move on to some Married to Medicine tea. Okay. Lots of tea coming out of Married to Medicine. The first thing is Dr. Heavenly is giving us a bit of tea about what happened at the recently filmed reunion that filmed yesterday. Okay. So let's get into it.
Okay, you guys, what's up? I know I look tired. It's okay. Had a rough night. What's going on? I survived the reunion. I'm just taking a picture because I want to show that, if I did have a fight, I ain't hurt or nothing.
Now, it's interesting to see that she says, if I did have a fight, I ain't get hurt or nothing. Dr. Heavenly, what you trying to tell us, boo?
Okay. Jackie, did I get my ass whooped?
You did.
Dr. Jackie said, you did. I think she probably means that not in the literal sense, but probably figuratively.
You ran.
Oh, Dr. Jackie said you ran.
I gave the people what they wanted and they needed. The reunion is over. Are you glad the reunion is over? Sit down.
Dr. Jackie. You know what? Honestly, sometimes you just gotta like Dr. Jackie, because she just be like, I am not in all of this drama. And I love she just I love that she is amused by, and she just kind of lets Dr. Heavenly be Dr. Heavenly.
It's a great deal.
Praise the Lord. Listen, I just checking in with y'all, let y'all know I survived the reunion and I'm not hurt or nothing. Okay, and I said what I needed to say to everybody. I needed to say it.
Okay, so here comes the tea.
Too, okay? And listen, this is between me and y'all, and I ain't in my closet, but if a man call you out your name, leave him. Leave him. You deserve better, okay?
Who is she talking about?
Don't let no man call you no bitch, okay? Don't do it. That's your husband. He say that to you. Let him go. He don't respect you. My husband, I've been with him 25 years. He never called me out my name. Because if you call another woman a bitch, right, what are you calling your wife?
So did the person call her a B, or did the person call their wife a B?
I'm just saying, I ain't calling no names. But if you call me a bitch, you a bitch, okay? That's all I'm saying. And I'm gonna leave y'all with that, okay? Bye.
So who called her the B word and who is she calling a B word? T indeed. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I love a little mystery, okay? Let's also get into what our friends over at Urban Bell Mag happened to pick up from Dr. Heavenly's live when she recapped it. I have been so crazy busy this week with interviews and getting stuff done, and events and shows and stuff like that, that I hadn't had a chance to watch her recap. And y'all know I hate to miss a Dr. Heavenly recap. But apparently, there is some question about whether or not Anila and Quad tried to set up Toya. Okay, so as you guys may recall, they brought Zaina to the party. Zaina was the neighborhood friend that was no longer friends with Toya, who Toya says are irrelevant and mean nothing to her. So Dr. Heavenly gives us the background. She says, I went to lunch lunch dinner with Anila and a group of girls. Quad was there, I was there, and a group of girls from the show was there, right? Another girl came, Zaina, right? This girl Zaina, now I don't like saying people's names that ain't on the show. She came to dinner. It's off camera, told all of Toya's business, who she was doing, what she had. And then she says, and my whole thing is, that's why you don't need a whole lot of friends, because I don't know what's true or what ain't. Excuse me. And I ain't ever going to say Toya cheated if I ain't ever seen her cheat, right? She says the girl came and told all of us this. This wasn't on camera. But when I saw the girl show up, I was like, oh, okay. They filming with this girl because she came in. They mic'd her. And I'm like, Toya needs to know what's coming at her. Real talk. Now, I don't even do Toya like that. So then Heavenly says she found out later that it was Quad that invited Zaina herself. Now, Quad did admit this. I think that Quad admitted this in the episode, or at least that she was also friends with Zaina. From what and Dr. Heavenly says, from what I understand, Quad invited the girl, but the girl shows up with Anila. I didn't know if I didn't know Quad invited her. I saw Anila bring the girl to the house. So the question for y'all is in the chat, do y'all feel like they tried to set Toya up for the okie doke because they know that Toya is reactive? I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. Okay. It ain't really a secret because I know most of y'all know, because most of y'all is savvy. But a lot of times they will bring in specific shows and specific people. And it's sometimes it's just it's because it's part of the story that's being told during the season. Sometimes they will bring in people because they know that it will get a certain reaction out of other people. And I felt like this girl Zaina was brought in for that specific purpose. I will say this about Married to Medicine that I do have a complaint with. I feel like Married to Medicine has had a lot of come and go friends. And what I mean by that is, while I feel like we are getting content from Audra, whether you liked her approach or not, I like her as a character because I feel like she's animated, she's reactive. I feel like she had a two first season blunders. One, right read, wrong time, and then two, knucking if you're not gonna bug. Okay, two things that I feel like she kind of fumbled on, but otherwise I feel like she's bringing character, she's bringing, she's facing things head on, and I like that. But the problem with Married to Medicine that I find is that when we oftentimes get a friend on this show, that friend usually doesn't seem to last for more than a season. And even with this girl Zaina coming in, clearly Zaina to me seems like she could make for some. She almost seemed a bit more interesting than Anila. But now, don't get me wrong, I like Anila. I just don't like this blogging storyline. But that's neither here nor there. I think I might like her equally as well as Anila. Let me say that, because she seems like there's some history of friendship within that community of doctors' wives in that specific neighborhood. And those are stories to me that I want to follow, because I like their stakes there. These women used to be friends. Now they're not friends. Why are they not friends? I want to know. As a producer, this is what I'm asking. But also I'm asking, why can't they keep friends on this show? Okay? Because I don't want to see another one and done. I felt like we continue to get that on this show. Remember that there have been a couple of examples that I can think of right off the bat. I wish somebody could answer that question for me, because it does frustrate me that every season we'll get to see new friends and then they just kind of disappear off into the ether. And like, where did they go? Okay, what happened to their story? And then instead, no shade to Carrie, but we get Carrie simply showing up in the background of every scene, barely contributing to anything this season. I'm like, well, we could have brought Lisa Nicole back for all of this, okay? But I digress. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I know I got a little heated right now. I did kind of. Let me settle down, because I don't know what that was about. But anyway, make sure you guys continue to tune in to the channel, and we will catch you guys in the next video.